Hey folks, it's Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my video on why I hate drugs so much. It's going to be a continuation from yesterday, except this video is going to be digging into why I hate it so much, which I didn't really understand this yesterday until I got so much, criticism on the video, and it made me really start investigating why I hate drugs so much. And I started investigating, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize that was the reason. So again, it was using the principles. It was not taking the easy road out and saying that, oh, it's y'all are screwed up and I'm the best ever and all this, so I got past the ego, being willing to accept personal responsibility for my actions, and using principle 5, question everything, which that's what I started doing. I started really figuring out why, and now you're gonna sort of understand why I've hated drugs so much. Okay, hate to say this because it's true, but and basically this all started when I was a kid. My dad has Jew in him, and I mean he don't really. Anyway, he has some Jew in him. Jews are whiny about the body, and he's taking. And when I was a kid, my dad was just starting to break down. I'm the youngest of 5 kids, and he just started taking a lot of drugs. And I'm not saying like illicit drugs as far as like LSD and all those stuff, but a lot of pharmaceutical drugs. I mean, man, I like I said, there's been few kids that's seen as many drugs as I've seen, except if your dad was a pharmacist or your dad's a drug dealer. You probably haven't seen more drugs. I mean, it's just like they sitting around the house like candy and like jars. I'm like, my God. I'm like, I didn't know what to say then because I wasn't smart enough, but I was like, damn, just deal with it, And so I've seen him run for, dude, take a drug for this, take a drug to sleep, take a drug to stay away, take a drug to take a crap, take a drug so you can keep food down. And it's just like, I'm like, my God, man, it's just like. And that hatred, I didn't realize it built up all over those years. I mean, I knew I hated drugs, but I figured everybody hated it, or you know what I mean? It's like, and so yesterday what you seen was, and when the person asked the question yesterday, one of my thoughts on it, I didn't realize why I was so livid and passionate and just pissed off at the world about it. And I realized that had built up for over 30-some years. You know what I'm saying? Since I was old enough to remember. So over 32 years had been building up, and I just let it loose. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to know where that stemmed from, it's from watching my dad take every single possible pharmaceutical drug legal. I ain't saying it did anything wrong as far as legally, but and then it added up too. Like when I first started this journey, my sister, she had some issues, and instead of like trying to deal with it, they're like, her and my aunt were like, oh, we're taking these new what are psychological drugs, Prozac and the newest fad, and they didn't want to. No, we don't have to deal with it. So there's a little bit of that, but really it stemmed from seeing my dad year after year taking them. I mean, seriously, I've probably seen him either take or been around him when he's took over 10,000 drugs. Seriously, pills. Ridiculous, man. Seriously. Okay. And so let's talk about some of my issues and what you're realizing from what you've seen yesterday, today. This is how it really works, conquering yourself. You let it out. That's what I did yesterday. I let it out. Realize something is wrong, because I started investigating after I get so much criticism. I'm like, holy shit, man, what's these? And then, then I started looking at myself, say, what the hell's going on? Use the principles. Then, today I realized what was going on. You do a video. But notice what would have happened. If I would have not let it out yesterday and just kept pushing it in, I would not have dealt with it. And I'm not saying go around blowing up on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, these Christians and these religious people who want to put on a fake goody two-shoe facade, then they don't really ever let it out to deal with. You know what I mean? I was like, white man, we're always noticing, he always wants to push it. Oh, you shouldn't even think that. No. Deal with why you're thinking about it. Pluck it out like a weed. Dig it up from the roots so it just not bother you anymore. Next time somebody brings up drugs to me, I'm not going to be as pissed off and passionate about it, because now I understand it. I've got to the root of the problem. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. Drugs is still not the answer. And this is what I try to tell people in the comment section. what I've done for you by doing the videos and then the FWG, basically the FWG, falling away of growth, what I've done is I've showed you the best possible way, and you can avoid drugs altogether. If you're on drugs, you need to get off drugs, seriously, and use the principles to get off of it. And so, again, that's why I do the videos, to help you avoid the pitfalls that are out there in life and show you the best way so you don't even have to do it. And I'll be honest with you, I have more it's really hilarious. I have more, I don't know, I wouldn't call them psychedelic, just more amazing experiences from my path than you could ever get in drugs. It's like, I mean, it's like continuous. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you can do drugs if you want. You're screwing up, but you know, oh, no, you don't know. So these people done it. I mean, seriously, I ain't pissed about it like it was yesterday, but it's still wrong. You can do whatever you want. I ain't your mom, I ain't your daddy, but you don't want to take good advice, you just have to suffer until you can take good advice. Be like a drug addict. I mean, be like an alcoholic. You got to hit rock bottom before you can come back up. Okay. And again, I'm not enlightened. I don't claim to be enlightened. I claim three things. I know what's optimal. I know how to get there. And I'm also claiming that I'm striving there. So I'm not done. You're going to see all kinds of issues, shit that you don't like come up from me. And again, it's like walking in on your car. You ever take your car to a mechanic and walked in while they're doing it? I did that when I was doing my sunroof. Oh man, cars, you're everywhere. It's a freaking mess. You're like, oh man, I hope y'all get that together right. And that's the way it is now. I'm not enlightened. I haven't reached consistency, which Lao Tzu said, knowing harmony is consistency. Knowing consistency is enlightenment. I'm not consistent yet. I have all kinds of ups and downs still, and I haven't conquered food. I haven't reached harmony in that, and there's a whole bunch of other things. So it's going to be ugly at times. Sometimes it's going to be beautiful. Sometimes it's going to be ugly, but I ain't there yet. It's going to be ugly until it's completely done, you know? So then to clear that up, here's what I tell me: be yourself, but continue to improve. I ain't trying to hide nothing from nobody, because if I try to hide it from you, guess who else I'm hiding it from? I'm hiding it from me, and I can't conquer it if I don't let it out, or if I ain't honest with myself. So, again, a wise man turns anything into an advantage. I'm turning that video yesterday, which probably was very insulting, pissing people off, might even cause some people not to come back. But you know what? I'm dealing with it in the right way. I'm showing you how to deal with it when you're really on a real spiritual path. How it really unfolds, what really happens, and how you really deal with it. No, just promise to be good and we'll all go to heaven. And it'll be puppy dogs and kittens. Yay! Again, so anyway, don't take too much offense to things, people. I mean, I'm not saying don't call me out if I'm doing something wrong, or if you believe I'm wrong like you did yesterday. I'm not saying don't do that, or you did it today. But what I would say to you is realize I'm a legitimate deal. I mean, I really know what's optimal. I know how to get there, and I'm doing it. And you're seeing how a real spiritual path unfolds. This is not some BS fantasy story on on PBS or their chosen book from whatever religion they're in. This is the real deal spiritual path. This is history in the making. And one of the reasons I leave the videos out there like this is because I want people to see the real path, how it really unfolds. So when they're going through the same issues, they don't think, well, I'm the only one that's ever went through this and it's confusing, blah, blah, blah. No, I put the real deal out there because I want people to make real progress, and I want them to be prepared for what's going to happen. You're going to get strong. Your mind, your spirit's going to overload your consciousness, and at times, and you're going to be psychotic and crazy like it was yesterday. You're going to be just plumb irate. So that's what's going on. I want to put this out there to sort of reveal the revelation that it came about, why I hate drugs so much. So if you took it personally, don't. But then again, you still need to get off your drugs, seriously.